Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you another WWE Immortals video. In this video, we talk about patch 1.3 that was released on Monday, April 27th. It's the ultimate update because we're adding the Ultimate Warrior to our roster, and it's a new day as we have our first black person, Big E, that joins the roster. Ultimate Warrior is silver and gold, and Big E is bronze and silver, which is unfortunate shame that he's just like Sheamus. Win exclusive event gear in our special Extreme Rules and Payback multiplayer seasons. So kind of wondering if this gear is exclusive one time or if you can pick it up, say, another year. Kind of like the Aries and Cassandra Cain Batgirl challenges. They've had those multiple times. Our first Diva challenge is coming up with this update. I believe if I saw the screenshots, it was AJ Lee. And as always, we took a bunch of bugs to Suplex City. And I'm pretty sure that does not pertain to Brock Lesnar's level 2 move. Still sucks. So first thing we're going to do is go into the store and we're going to purchase all 4 of the new cards.
Big E.
Strongman Big E is the first one. 230 damage, 230 health, 11,000 coins, so he's about average as far as stats go. He doesn't really suck in either area. When blocking attacks, Big E has a 10% chance to gain a buff that gives his attack a 25% chance to be unblockable. And this buff lasts for 6 seconds, so that really makes Big E really good with blocking gear. Although it's unfortunate that it's on a bronze card. So we're going to buy this card for 11,000 Immortals credits. Next up, we have the silver version of Big E. 430 damage, 420 health, so he's a little bit weaker than Soldier John Cena by 20 damage. Although he's just as durable, so he's definitely an upper mid-range silver card with Brock Lesnar, John Cena, and Sheamus, and Authority Triple H having more damage, and Banshee Night Pace. So he's about middle of packet damage, but overall he's a decent silver card. Pantheon Big E, 430 damage, 420 health. Blessing of Strength, when Big E uses his signature attack 1, he grants a buff to his teammates that increases their damage by 33% for 10 seconds. This is actually a really strong buff, especially when you combine him with gold cards, and the reason for that is because you can tag them in and do super moves. And we're actually going to do a little bit of testing on this. And we're going to use No Daniel Bryan to really test it out. And see if we can do a 100,000 damage super move. Although I'm not sure if Big E is an ally. So we're going to buy the Pantheon Big E for 47,000 Immortal coins. Next up we have the Arena Ultimate Warrior. Spirit of the Warrior. When Ultimate Warrior drops below 40% health, he will trigger a boost that grants him either 25% adrenaline regen or 1.75% health regen for 8 seconds. Now, I'm almost positive that the health regen, if you go under 40% health, this buff only goes once. But we'll put some WrestleMania gear on him and test it in a lower battle. At 490 damage, he has the highest damage out of any of these silver cards, including Sheamus. However, unlike Sheamus, he has a lot more health. So finally up we have the Ultimate Warrior. Intimidation. When Ultimate Warrior tags in, he disables his opponent's passive for 10 seconds. 1,150 damage, which is 50 higher, I believe, than Skull King Triple H. However, only 850 health, so he's just like Hound of Justice Roman Reigns in the health department. But when you're Elite 7, having 45,000 health doesn't matter if you're hitting for 5,000 to the opponent. The reason this passive is amazing is because when you're dealing with guys like Lumberjack Big Show, Lunar Guardian Brie Bella, or even cards that have side effects like Skull King Triple H, this will actually disable that, nullifying it, and that is a huge perk because that Skull King Triple H's passive can be really annoying. So we're going to buy this card outright for 220,000 coins. And we're going to make sure that we bought the Silver Ultimate Warrior as well. So we have both Big E's. We did not buy the other Ultimate Warrior, so we're going to go and do that right now.
Ultimate Warrior.
47,000 credits. We spent over almost 300,000 coins just to buy all of these cards, and I'm very confident that all of these cards are worth it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into our collection. We have to save about 4,000 coins. So buying the damage and health boost shouldn't be a problem. The Big Training, 10% health for all Big E characters. The damage boost is called I Need 5, which is a 10% damage boost. The Spinal Smasher is Big E's level 2 move. Big E wrecks his opponent on his knee, then finishes him with a punch. And his finisher is called Big Ending. Big E overpowers his opponent and delivers a super strong slam. And the level 1 move for both Big E's is called Strongman Crush. Big E crushes his opponent's back with a mighty bear hug. So the Silver Big E has a really good passive ability.
Big E.
And Strongman Big E, level 2 move is called Body Breaker. Big E repeatedly smashes his opponent on his knee. And Strength Training is that as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into Bonus Battle 5 on 2 of our guys. Once with the Ultimate Warrior and once with Big E. Era of Battle is the health bonus for Ultimate Warrior. 10% health for all Ultimate Warrior characters. Injection of the Gods is the 10% damage boost for all Ultimate Warrior characters. You can actually afford to buy the energy boost. I believe the first level 2 move is only 1,000 coins, but we're going to leave that alone. Spirits of Warriors Before is the stamina regeneration for Ultimate Warrior characters. And for Big E, the energy boost is called Olympic Strength. Now we're going to look into the collection. The reason we're looking into the collection, we want to see if the new character has their support cards or if you have to wait until it's unlocked. And from the looks of it, it doesn't appear that there's any new cards other than the Big E or Ultimate Warriors. Actually, if you go from the collection, it wouldn't show it anyway, so that was my fault there. So as you can see, the health boost for the new challenge character is not available. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into Bonus Battle 5. And we're going to take No Daniel Bryan with both Big E and the Ultimate Warrior.
Daniel Bryan.
We're just going to quickly obliterate these guys with Daniel Bryan. We'll use Daniel Bryan on Big E once, and then we'll use Ultimate Warrior once.
Daniel
Bryan.
Like
they changed the way the chemistry buff. Big E is a rival with Daniel Bryan. So instead of showing the 5% health and regen, it actually shows the chemistry buff how it shows. So the allies for Big E is the Big Show, Nikki Bella, Paige, John Cena, Triple H, which is huge. Macho Man is also an ally of Big E. So that actually is a really good one because you can pair the Silver Big E with Macho Man and get some crazy combos. Now the rivals for Big E is Brie Bella, Kane, Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns, Undertaker, and The Rock. So it's going to get very complicated trying to remember all this new synergy. And with the Ultimate Warrior, the allies are Sheamus and Brock Lesnar only. So Brock Lesnar can definitely benefit from Jungle Ultimate Warrior. You can also throw in Triple H. You could throw in basically whoever you want. But I think the Silver Triple H would probably be the best one. Undertaker and Macho Man are also rivals of Ultimate Warrior. So you have to use double Macho Man for adrenaline regeneration. And with the Macho Man, that's actually not a bad idea because his level 1 synergizes with more power generation. So you really want to go that route. So we're going to start off with Evolved John Cena, Pantheon Big E, and Pyromancer Nikki Bella. And yes, they do put the new cards in some of these fights. I really want to try to find a battle that has Deadman Undertaker, as I really want to see if they fix that bug. Although the level 2 moves for Brock Lesnar and Trish Stratus are still extremely bad. You still want to avoid
here they
those.
go.
We're going to start off by wiping out this team. God, that wig looks like shit on Big E. So I'm very excited to announce that now racist battles are actually possible to do, although it probably will be quite a while. And I do want more black people on the roster than one. But we can start saying don't mess with the black man if we get Big E to level 20 before we start any of the challenges. And I do have to do some farming with these Big E's. So Pantheon Big E is eliminated for the victory in the first level up fight. $16,640 XP. As both Big E's hit level 6. 1,650 Immortal credit. So now we're going to take both Ultimate Warriors, and we're going to do the same thing with them. We're going to put
Ultimate
in
Warrior.
Jungle
Ultimate
and
Warrior.
Arena Ultimate Warrior. So in the second test fight, we have Stonewatcher the Rock, Necromancer Undertaker, and Banshee Knight Page. And we do have a Deadman Undertaker in the fourth battle. Unfortunately, our goal here is to test out the new card, so we will not be doing that. But we'll probably put in a Brock Lesnar with one of the two cards to test out the Deadman at some point. So if we can find Deadman Undertaker in like Battle 18
It
or
begins.
something, that would be great.
Who'll come out on top?
Necromancer Undertaker is in. Necromancer Undertaker eliminated. Page comes in. Dragon Screw is going to connect, and Page wiped out for over 20,000 damage. The Rock comes in. And the Rock is eliminated for the victory in the second level up fight. 16,680 XP as both Ultimate Warriors hit level 6. 1,680 coins. So now we're going to go find a battle that has Deadman Undertaker fairly early. That is not one. Finding a lot of bronze cards here. It's not what we want here. So there, Battle 18 does have a Deadman Undertaker in it. So what we're going to do for the next few fights...
Brock Lesnar. Brock
We're going to put in
Lesnar.
Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar, but we're going to primarily use the
Brock
Ultimate
Lesnar.
Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior.
So we're going to give...
Ultimate Warrior.
We're going to give this Ultimate Warrior the WrestleMania gear.
Ultimate
That way
Warrior.
we can see if the passive can trigger
Ultimate
more than
Warrior.
once. And the Jungle Ultimate Warrior also has an intimidation thing. We're going to give him the Tribal War Paint. We're going to see how much
Ultimate
damage
Warrior.
he can do. Now with Brock Lesnar,
Brock Lesnar.
we're going to give him the Inner Beast, the Celtic Pendant, and we're going to give him the Ghetto WrestleMania ticket.
Brock
Only
Lesnar.
regenerates like 0.3 health a second. We're going to put in the
Ultimate
Arena
Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior first. Now he's only got 814 health, so this is actually a good fight to test it out in. In the first matchup, we have Ancient Druid Sheamus, Giant Big Show, and Ice Witch Brie Bella. Cards start off at level 18, Legendary 2, and the
Ultimate
first
Warrior.
two cards have a promotion. We got to buy Ruthless Assault for the Ultimate Warrior. Warrior beats down his opponent with aggressive efficiency. We are going to spend 3,000 coins on that. Good thing I didn't buy the energy boost. Ultimate Warrior lifts and shakes his opponent before hurling them into the ground. That is his level 1 move.
Ultimate
And the Jungle
Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior Jungle Strength. Ultimate Warrior assaults his opponent with waves of pure energy. That's kind of interesting. And that one is 4,000 Immortal coins, so it does go up higher when you have bronze and silver cards. So it's a good thing I did not spend all my coins on energy. So I really want to test out this buff with the Ultimate Warrior. And we'll do 2 fights with Ultimate Warrior, 2 fights with Big E.
Let's
We're
get
gonna
it
try to
going.
showcase each card where possible. This Warrior has a fairly slow attack. I kind of like that light beam though on his light combo. Sheamus is at 1 bar. Sheamus is at 2 bars. We're waiting for the special now. Irish Curse blocked for 191. And it looks like the Spirit of the Warrior really ramped up that adrenaline grate. That's actually really useful. So now we're going to tag in the other Ultimate Warrior. Big Show comes in. We're going to go the Warrior Rage. Actually seemed to do some nice damage. That was almost 1,000 damage at level 5. Actually seems really strong. Now the Ultimate Warrior should be over 40% health. Yes, he is. We're going to see what happens if he goes under. So we're going to take this next hit. So it appears the buff only triggers once, which is unfortunate. I'll try to block this special and get off a level 2 move. Not happening. Somebody up the Ruthless Assault. That appeared to hit for about 600 damage. Irish Curse gets rid of the Silver Ultimate Warrior. There's no wipeout shake. Big Show comes in. And notice that there was no shake there, as that Ultimate Warrior buff disables passives. That's another positive about that. We're waiting for the Big Show special so we can show off Gold Ultimate Warrior's level 2 move. Giant drop block into a jungle spring. I'm not sure exactly how much damage that hit for, but it looked like the Silver Ultimate, actually the level 1 move, appeared to do more damage than the Ultimate Warrior's level 2 move. But we'll just have to see more on that when we get these cards leveled up. 4,920 XP. As the Ultimate Warrior hits level 7, 660 coins.
Ultimate
So it seems
Warrior.
like the Arena Ultimate Warrior, the adrenaline regen is extremely good if you get that one. In the second test matchup, we have Strongman Big E, Yes Movement Daniel Bryan, and Deadman Undertaker. Now, tagging into the Ultimate Warrior also will nullify the Deadman.
This will be one for the
That
ages.
is not what we want to do. We want to get Brock Lesnar in to deal with the Undertaker. That way, we can actually see if they fix the Deadman buff. But you can get around it now with Gold Ultimate Warrior. So, that passive buff is extremely powerful. And that'll also take away Macho Man's damage buff. That'll take away Triple H's damage buff as well. That's actually kind of different. I still think the DX chop is the best one, however. That is pretty funny. The Undertaker comes in, choke slam into a ruthless assault. And that one is a health regen. That was a lot more than 1.5% health. That looked like about 30 to 40% health. So Silver Ultimate Warrior is eliminated. Brock Lesnar is in. Now, we don't want to knock out the Undertaker right away. We just want to get him low. So Daniel Bryan in. Dragon Screw blocked for 72. A second one blocked for 99. Undertaker comes back in. Last Ride is going to do some damage. Hits for about 1,700. Now we got the Undertaker down low, and I'm going to bring up with ground and pound and see if the Deadman is still broke. They did fix the Deadman, so no longer will not trigger on multiple hits. What I actually want to do, however, is end this fight on purpose, and the reason for that is I want to test out how the Deadman reacts when the Ultimate Warrior wipes him out within the first 10 seconds. That's the only reason I want to restart the fight. It is good to see that the Deadman did get fixed finally after 3 patches. And that is a really good thing to test out. Now, does he gain power on every hit? That's actually pretty good. So, yes, he does. So, Ultimate Warrior is definitely pretty good at generating power, just like Evolved Daniel Bryan. And Evolved Randy Orton's pretty good at it, too. So, we got the Ruthless Assault, and Big E should be eliminated. That'll do some nice damage. Daniel Bryan comes in. Dragon Screw blocked for 81 damage. And Ultimate Warrior's buff can also be really good for nullifying no Daniel Bryan's advantage. So I can see the Ultimate Warrior being an extremely good card. Chokeslam blocked for 159, so there's that regeneration again. Chokeslam will probably get rid of him again. Yes, it does. So Brock Lesnar is in. Now we want to get the Undertaker down pretty low where the Ultimate Warrior can just destroy him with a level 1 move. Chokeslam blocked for 182. So Daniel Bryan comes in. We're going to go off the F5 and get rid of Daniel Bryan.
Sleep,
Undertaker
conquer,
is in.
repeat.
Intimidation does trigger, so the Warrior Rage will connect. And it does cancel out the Deadman, so that buff is amazing for dealing with the Undertaker. A lot of people hated that Deadman Undertaker buff. There's your counter. Ultimate Warrior's buff is ridiculous, and if it works on John Cena, that also nullifies that advantage as well. 4,940 XP, 680 Immortals credits. So, do I think that Jungle Ultimate Warrior is an overpowered passive card? You better believe it. This could actually be the new flavor of the month, taking over Evolved John Cena, because if that buff cancels out John Cena's attack boost, he pretty much has no damage for 10 seconds, and makes him extremely easy to deal with, especially if you save him for last or put WrestleMania gear on the Jungle Ultimate Warrior, just to make sure he has enough health to deal with him. So now we're going to put in Strongman Big E, Pantheon Big E, and we're going to put in Evolved Daniel Bryan.
Big E.
So with Silver Big E, when Big E uses his signature attack 1, he grants a buff to his teammates that increases their damage by 33% for 10 seconds. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the... We're going to give him the Magic Mirror for Adrenaline gain. Spinal Smasher, we're going to unlock that for 3,000 points.
Big E.
And Bronze Big E for 2,000. So we're going to go buy the Olympic Strength just because we can. And with this Big E, his passive, when blocking attacks... So we're actually going to give him... I think we're going to give him the Champion's Helmet so he can absorb some damage. We're going to put in Strongman Big E first, so he definitely has a lot of synergy buffs. And it might be a little bit hard at level 5. We're going to try it anyways. I think the better choice here would actually be Silver Big E, so he can get up to 1 buff.
Here we go!
And get that damage buff off. Right off the bat, Big E appears to be a slower attacker, just like the Big Slow. So not only is he fast, but he's also black too. Big E is also a rival. So we got the Strongman Crush, which is an aim. And Blessing of Strength does kick in, and it does work when you tag out as well. We saw the 278, 299. Banshee Raid blocked for 164. Big E's taking some damage. So now that's 209, 230, so that's actually working really good. When you have a lot of high damage cards, it actually synergizes pretty well with a lot of cards, including Daniel Bryan, even in a rival role, because that extra damage for 10 seconds is huge. Now the second thing I want to test is the super move. So we're going to do a couple tests with that. We're going to go off the Strongman Crush again, which I forgot to aim. So the Blessing of Strength, and that Moon Shield is going to be annoying for 6 seconds. So I'm going to go off the Yes, Yes, Yes on Brie Bella, and we'll see if the damage is amplified.
There is nobody better.
So we didn't even get a number there. So I'm going to go off the Body Breaker, which is a rapid tap. 3-hit, 4-hit combo there, and the Big Show is eliminated for the victory in the first test fight with Big E. 4,960 XP as both Big E's hit level 7, 700 credits. So in the next test fight we have the Demon Kane, Solar Assassin Nikki Bella, and White Witch Trish Stratus. So for the next 2 fights, we're actually going to try to knock these guys out.
This one's going to be brutal.
We're going to get Daniel Bryan in. We're going to wipe 2 of these guys out quickly, save the 3rd one, and build up to a super move. So Daniel Bryan doing a lot of damage. So now we're just going to wait and let Nikki Bella hit Daniel Bryan. So Big E is at 1 bar. We haven't seen his level 2 move yet, so I'll probably do that first. Spinning Jawbreaker block for 162. And Daniel Bryan is at 3 bars. We're going to get Nikki Bella closer to a bar, though. Actually, Big E's got to get to 2 bars. So there we go. Spinning Jawbreaker into a Spinal Snap. Looks like it hit for about 1,200. Now we're going to get Big E up to 1 bar. I'm pretty sure that the passive still triggers just like Daniel Bryan when the opponent blocks. Have to make sure not to get knocked out. So we're going to go off the Strongman Crush, which we can aim on again. Left going to strength into a yes, 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 and Nikki Bella is eliminated, and this time we can actually see the damage it does. 10,424 damage for the victory in the second test fight. And I believe that is more damage than Daniel Bryan can normally do with his special move. 4,980 XP. 720 credits.
Daniel Bryan.
So yes, that buff does work with Supermoves, and that could make it extremely powerful with the Ultimate Warrior. Could make it strong with a lot of cards. So in the final test fight, we have Arena Ultimate Warrior, the Authority Triple H, and Ice Witch Brie Bella. Cards are all level 19. The right card has a promotion. Now what we want to test in this fight, we're going to do it on hopefully a bronze
And here they go.
We're going to try to test out Big E's passive ability, which is every time you block, you have a chance of getting unblockable attacks for 6 seconds. Spirit of the Warrior triggers, which is a heal. And that pretty much heals up, kind of like super health for Prison Superman. That heals them up about 30 to 50% health. So when you get that, both of the effects are actually really good, as that can probably put you right up there at a super move. I don't have them at level 20 yet, but I definitely find both Ultimate Warrior cards to be really good from the initial testing. So you can't go wrong either way with using them. Obviously, at higher levels it'll be better. Facebuster block. We're going to go with the Roundhouse Beatdown, which got blocked. I really want to get rid of Triple H and do proper testing with Brie Bella, who is a shitty bronze card. Facebuster block for 386. So Big E comes in. Body Breaker should be enough to get rid of Triple H. I'll hit for about 700. Hurricane Run a block for 92. And that strength training did kick in. Hurricane Rana is going to connect. That was enough to get rid of Big E. Spinal Smasher block for 156. We did get to see his passive, but we didn't see an attack block. So I don't think that bronze Big E's passive is really that useful. Strongman Crush hits for a little over 400. Another Hurricane Rana block for 91. Hurricane Rana block. We're going to have another Strongman Crush. That's some bad damage, but not at 3 bars. So we're going to go off the Roundhouse Beatdown, which got blocked, but still enough for the victory in the final test fight. We did run this a little bit longer than planned, but to show off both Big E and the Ultimate Warrior, you kind of have to, because that's 4 different cards, 4 different styles. 6,000 XP, 1,480 credits. So if you like this video highlighting patch 1.3 as the Undertaker's Deadman finally triggers on multi-hit combos, Trish Stratus and Cyborg Brock Lesnar's level 2 moves still suck, and also showing off both Big E's and both Ultimate Warriors, and the Gold Ultimate Warrior is ridiculous. Please give this video a like rating, comment, subscribe, Share this video amongst your friends, and as a favorite, check out my other WWE Immortals videos, my playlist, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, which are all HollywoodShono. And have a wonderful day, kids.
www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!